So, welcome back, Maniacs, to another episode of Pokemon Yellow. Now, I'm going to just let you guys know that when I originally recorded the audio for this episode, I started battling, this trainer guy here, and at a certain point, I began sneezing. So, just gonna let you guys know. Oh, my dog is sneezing currently. I'm gonna try to. I'm not exactly sure when it is, but I'll notice at some point there will be nothing going on, and I'll just stop talking and I'll cut it and I'll start talking whenever action resumes. That way, you guys don't have to just sit and watch the screen while nothing's going on for super long, with no commentary either than me just blabbering my brains out over it whenever there's nothing going on. Because originally I recorded this super early, and it was many, many months ago when I recorded this originally. And yeah, I was sneezing quite a bit, so yeah, it didn't go so well. So yeah, I think it's somewhere soon when it is going to be happening. I don't know when, like I said, but we will find out when it happens. I'm just gonna try to pay attention. That way that I know. Yeah, okay, so I remember this. It shouldn't be too much further before everything starts the sneezing. Oh, is this? Nope, okay, yep. Changing it up. Changing up the old Pokemons. You gotta change up the Pokemons, you know what I'm saying? You gotta change up the Pokemons. But yeah, so yeah, prepare for this episode to be a whole lot of random gookity, I don't know what's going on kind of junk, because most likely gonna be what the case be. So yeah, it looks like this is probably it. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'll see you guys in a minute.
We have returned, everyone.
Yes, okay. So now that we're back, we grew to level 20, or Gangster grew to level 2, trying to learn Slam, but Gangster can't learn more than 4 moves. I'm trying to get a little bit of a sync here, if you guys are wondering. Yes! Okay, good. That disappeared right after I said yes, which is like perfect. I should be able to time that very well. Okay, so let me just go ahead and tell you guys what the dealio is. Okay, not necessarily with this episode, but just I'm gonna use this as a little bit of an update and fill you guys in as we're going through the wonderful, magical, glorious world that is Pokemans. Yeah. So basically, I have been having some issues in the not in the glorious world of Pokemon. There can be no issues in the world of, okay, maybe there's some issues, the Team Rocket and all that. Anyway, I've been having some audio issues. Not necessarily, like, this is actually not related to the audio issues I've been having of late. But I've been having some audio issues, as some of you guys may know, because I believe I've mentioned it a couple times, possibly on Twitter. But yeah, I've had some issues, okay? I got my old interface, I kept getting this weird, like, crackly issue with the audio. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, you can go look up an episode of, I think it's Monster Hunter World. It's called, or it's like on my channel, I think it's like episode 34 or something like that. It's called Aquatic Cyborg Demons, because that's what it makes you sound like. But yeah, so I kept having those kind of weird audio issues and stuff, and it would just like, it would make the video would be like 7 minutes shorter in some cases, because it would speed up the audio and it'd be like this weird sound to it, you know. Like, I'm a mad scientist. It'd be weird, and I couldn't get that to work, and like, I mean, obviously, I mean, you know, in most cases that's not gonna work, and I only put it up in a couple of cases, more or less, to have some sort of a, like, hey, check this out. In the case of Monster Hunter, like, I was trying to keep that on the daily, and so it was mostly like a time thing, and luckily the episode wasn't too bad. It was a short episode. Oh, my phone dooped. That might be Twitter as we speak, I don't know. But one of you guys knows. You're onto me and you're like, hey, I know you fixed your audio. Now, I hope this is basically the first recording test to tell me whether or not I have fixed my audio. So if you guys are hearing this right now, there's a good chance that my audio issue has been fixed. I'm not saying that it has, but let me run you guys through a little bit of what is, and I know there's Pokemon going on. Oh, and I should let you guys know, this is gonna be a long episode, okay? So strap in, everybody. You know that's the thing that we say on this channel often when we're talking about, like, you know, some time to be invested. Strap in. We're about to fight some trainers and go through this whole place, probably. I don't even remember. But, yeah, so to give you guys a little bit of a rundown more on this audio issue, so I assume, okay, this is my interface. It's an old interface. It's dusty. I've had this for years. I've used it. I've got different computers and stuff, and somehow, you know, some kind of thing has gone wrong with it, or it's kind of tweaky, or maybe it's just because it's like one of those with a plastic interface, which I know is fine, or like chassis, which I know can be fine, but like it's preferred usually to have a metal chassis, and it was older model and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, let me just try to get a new interface. I probably need one anyway, and see if I can get something a little bit better. So I ordered this, and I'll tell you, it's a Behringer Euphoria UMC 204 HD. That's the one I ordered, okay? This is like super bang for the buck interface, like $80 interface. It's got 2 mic preamps for any of you guys that care. You know, like you can track, I believe, multi-tracking. You can do 2 mics at once. It's got TRS and XLR input like in the same slot. It's also got 2 inserts in the back. You know, it's got a lot of cool stuff. It's got like a pad, so it can you can reduce the audio for certain things and stuff. Anyway, you can record stereo, mono, mix, all the standard cool stuff you can do. So I plugged this bad boy in, but actually before I plugged this bad boy in, I'm like, you know what? Possibly the issue with my old interface is like one of the things which I didn't think of actually at first until after I got this one and was using it, but I was like, I never install drivers, okay? I don't do that on my computer. I do not install drivers. It's not a thing, like, generally. Like, I don't think about it. I don't really know, like, I'm not very tech savvy. I'm a lot more now, actually. I used to be, like, horrible, and now I'm not as horrible. At least now I can kind of work a few things, and I think mostly from trying to fix things. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this right this time. I'm going to actually set this thing up properly. So I look up all this stuff, how to set up the thing properly, all the settings you have to have, what drivers to install. I go and install the Behringer Euphoria drivers and all that stuff for this thing, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the best. I plug it in, I start recording, I get super smooth sound, okay, for like the first little test and stuff, and I'm figuring it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, this thing sounds so nice. I love the way this thing records. And then I test it the following week, like weekend rather, for recording, and it stops in the middle of recording. And I'm like, what happened? And then I find out through some research that anytime a notification sound happened on Windows, it would just cut out my recording, okay? Just cut it out. It just stopped entirely. And I'm like, okay, I'll just turn off the notification sounds. Well, that's fine. That's fine. But then I run into another problem where it kind of does exactly the same thing, just randomly, and I think mostly related to possibly power and or CPU on the computer. And I'm like, what's the issue here? See, like, I tested this recording, or I have a test, which this, now that I'm recording, has passed these tests, and I'm hoping it continues recording. I'm hoping it's recording right now as we speak. Here's my test, okay, that I could make this thing fail doing this every time. And so I was like, okay, well, if I can make it fail, if I can make it past this test, it's probably good. So I go ahead and I open my computer up, plug everything in, got the, freaking, I got all the settings, I've done all the tweaking, I've changed cables, I've tried new cables, I've tried different variations of places and stuff, and nothing works. So I'm like, okay, here, and I eventually, I come up with this test. Here's my test. I open just like Groove Music on my computer, because I have Windows, and I have iTunes, but for some reason my iTunes doesn't like to open. So I just go Groove Music, play a song. I let the song play on through the speakers coming through, which the speakers are plugged into my Behringer audio interface, and they're coming out. And I'm like, okay, sound is good. Sound is on. Let's go to YouTube. I go to YouTube and I open up a random video and I let it play. I got 2 audio things coming out at once. Then I open Hit Film Express, which is what I use, or 2018 or 2017, whatever it is, but I use that to edit. Open that, okay, get it ready. And then I open Ignite and I open OBS. Now here's the thing. Every time I would open OBS, it would kill it almost instantly. It's like if it survived opening OBS, if I hit record on OBS for a second, it was dead, okay? Now, I don't use OBS traditionally for my recording. In most games, I use my Elgato. But, you know, this was the test that I had somehow discovered because that was where I was having a lot of the issues in testing, trying to record OBS. So I was like, well, this is ridiculous. What the heck is going on here? I try things. I order different cables and different things, like, you know, like little cheap stuff that I can use still for my studio stuff in the future. You know, music and all that. Still stuff I need for that and can use, so not like a waste of money, thankfully. And I ordered these different like kinds of cables to try out different things and stuff, little cheap stuff, trying to fix it without having to buy a whole new interface. Okay, none of it works. Everything has the same problem or a different problem. So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, okay, let me just see what the crap this could be. And I was like, okay, today I got the last thing I was gonna try. Okay, it's a cable that would essentially run my mic directly into my computer via USB. Just XLR into the back of the SM58 that I'm using. Shure SM58, if you guys are wondering, because I don't think I've ever really mentioned that. I'm not sure. But yeah, into my computer, USB. I'm running it, okay, and then this thing sounds really weird, this cable, which I kind of expected, but I was like, I'll try it. It doesn't really sound good, so I was like, nope, I can't use that. I'm like, well, screw it. I will uninstall my audio drivers, and I'll go back to my old interface, and I'll just redub when I need to for crackly audio, because I'm tired of not being able to record, because this thing is not working. Well, I discover, going to uninstall, that I have the Audio for All drivers. I don't know if any of you guys know what these are, but it's an audio driver that you use for different things. So I'm like, okay, let me just uninstall this and try that first, because apparently if you have two audio drivers, that can screw you up. So uninstall that, same problem. Open OBS, all the stuff, nothing works. I'm like, dag nabbit, what is the problem here? This is so ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, screw it, I'm going back to my old interface. I uninstall the drivers for the Behringer Euphoria, and I'm like, okay, it has to reboot, it restarts my computer comes back on, and because I still had the Behringer plugged up, I'm hearing like boop, 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 where it was like trying to like connect the Behringer, and so like back on, it was weird, so I just unplug it, plug it back in. No drivers, okay, there is no drivers on this computer for the Behringer. So I'm like, okay, I'm just curious. I didn't have drivers for my old interface. I never used drivers for it. Let me just see how this thing runs no drivers. I plug it in, I had it plugged in, you know. I plug in my audio, like, for my speakers and all that stuff back to it, because I'd already basically unplugged everything at this point. Plug in the cable, turn it on, fire up all those things for the test. No problem. Where normally it would quit at like 1:18 to a minute 20 seconds, it had already passed like almost to 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay. So then I close it, and I'm like, let me just try a couple regular tests. Just did regular audio tests. Sounds smooth, sounds good. Okay, let me test it again further. Okay, I opened a YouTube video. I got a song playing. I got my editing thing playing. I got Audacity recording. OBS is on and recording. I've got Ignite open. Don't know if any of you guys know what that is, but it's a music creating program. Got it open, and I'm dinging around on the piano in there. All that going at once, and I'm just going, meow, meow, you know, more or less making sound into the mic, see if it's going to pick up all that, some of the background noise, and it works perfectly. I'm like, okay. So I close everything, and I record again for 5 minutes almost. Just regular test, just testing, just saying, okay, this thing is gonna it's just gonna die out at some point, right? Because this is too good to be true. So far, every test I've done has been perfect. The one time I go to install drivers on my computer, I'm like, I've got this! I've got it! I'm gonna install the drivers. I'm gonna be one step ahead of the world. You know, everyone says install the drivers. I already got the driver. I mean, I didn't obviously have it before, but you have to install the drivers before you plug in the software. That's what it says to do. I got all that stuff done. Got it running smooth, I thought. I was like, I'm good to go. The one time I installed drivers, it just doesn't work, okay? I uninstalled everything. And right now, if you guys are still hearing this, which hopefully you are, then it is still kicking. It is going. It is recording so smooth, okay? So smooth. Smoother than the Pidgey we just crushed, okay? Yeah, I know this is a Pokemon recording, And I've not mentioned Pokemon hardly at all, except for the beginning, and that we're recording Pokemon. I just thought it might be interesting to share with you guys some of my recent experiences in recording, and I really hope that this audio comes out smooth. We'll find out, because if it doesn't, you won't hear any of this, because I'll have to redub it again. But you know what? Dang it. I'll do it.
I'll do it. For you guys, I will redub any episode I have to redub.
Okay, I will.
I will.
It might take, like, multiple redubs in some cases, but I will do it if it is necessary. Because I want you guys to be able to listen to these videos, or watch them, or both, you know, and be able to enjoy it. Not with me going like, you know, and that's all you hear. That's my impression of horrible audio. Yeah, so we're going to take out this Pidgeotto with Ember. I'm just going to put that out there. I just noticed, looks like I've turned off the animations. Did I do that, like, while I'm... Did you guys see me do that? Let me know in the comments, because, again, I'm just talking away. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on screen. I'm just kind of looking and hoping that my audio is recording and trying to keep an eye on it and thinking that it's working. I haven't actually clicked to check, because I'm kind of afraid to. But it looks like it's recording, and we're going to find out in a few minutes. But yeah, as I said, long episode, and I figured I'd give you guys a long story while I was here, and give you guys all the good updates. Now we're going to take on this biker guy, so he slides in. That's a little audio cue, just to make sure I've got this lined up. Biker sends out coughing. Yeah, and then there he is, and we're going to go reckless. And there he is. And we're going to just ember that coughing. It looks like, oh, we didn't knock it out with one hit, though. Darn it. Whew. But yeah. So that's my little story for you guys. That's what I've been going through, and I wanna just to put this into a little bit of context. This has been going through for about 2 weeks now, okay, or maybe more. Like, I mean, I've been going through audio issues for a lot longer than that, but like particularly with the Behringer, I've been going through it for the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna see what the doop is on my phone really quick in recording. Yeah, guys, we're getting meta. Okay, I'm looking at my Twitter while I'm recording a video. Okay, so I got like some notifications here. Oh, what am I? Okay, yeah, that's it. I ordered a controller, super sweet looking orange wireless controller for the PS2, and it's shipped. That's one of the dupes, I think. Oh no, that might have been earlier. Holy cow, man! There's a lot of like notifications going on right now. Good lord, what the heck? I have missed some things. I don't know what all I missed. I'm trying to scroll to the beginning. Okay, yep, a lot of stuff. Okay, that's cool. I see what that is. So I'm gonna like that. Yeah, I'm gonna just Twitter. Well, I'm gonna Twitter while look at this Farfetch'd. I'll mention some stuff on the screen every now and then. We got a Farfetch'd going on, and I'm looking at just if you guys are wondering about all the juicy details that are going on right now. And by the way, this should be coming out Monday, so at the time I'm recording this actually won't be too far from when I'm recording this when this comes out. So you guys will get to know what I was doing, and by the time this comes out, I'll be on vacation, guys. So that's gonna be awesome. This comes out Monday, and I'm currently looking over basically replies to a tweet that I put out saying send me a link to your channel if you're a musician, an artist, a gamer, or a writer, and I'll check you out while I'm on vacation. So hopefully by the time this video's out, I'm doing that. I've already got a couple of people responding, so I'm definitely going to be checking out those guys. So, yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's see here. Lots of cool stuff going on here. Lots of cool stuff. Oh, wait, let's see. Am I missing something? Okay, no. Okay, yeah. So, lot of crazy tweets. So I'm not gonna get into reading all these right now because, good lord, there's like it's like a string of tweets going on here right now. So I'm gonna actually come back and check that out later. But a lot of cool stuff. I like it. If any of you guys are curious, you can find me on Twitter at TheIsDoctor. So you can totes check me out there. Tweet at me and say, hey bro, and I'll be like, hey man. You know, like, hey dude, what's up? What's happening? How's your day going? You doing good? You doing good, buddy? That's good. I hope you're doing good. Hope you guys are doing good out there in the world of Pokemon. and in the world of the regular world, which is an everyday, normal, regular world. Oh, also, I should actually, now that this is going to be relevant, and because this is a recent thing, what do you guys think about the latest rumors for the new Pokemon games? Are you guys excited? Are you guys bummed out? Are you guys stoked? Are you hype? Are you looking forward to it? I can't wait to find out what it actually is. Like, they're talking, you know, let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. Personally, I'm okay with the idea of the names. I think it's okay. And the idea of a reboot does not at all, like, it does not at all, like, bum me out. Like, even if we went back to Kanto and it was just literally a yellow remake, I'd be fine with that, personally. But that's because, like, I had said, like, before even Ultra Sun and Moon were out, I was like, oh my god, the Pokemon Switch game, if they go back to Kanto, you know. And I'm not, like, by any means, like, the kind of guy that's like, oh, you know, what is the term? First gen, best gen, or whatever, you know. I love the first generation. Don't get me wrong. I don't have like a, I don't know if I have like a favorite generation in terms of area. Like my favorite game is probably Crystal, but that's only because, not necessarily because it's the Johto region, because actually I think I like the Kalos region better than Johto. I love the feeling that you get when you play Crystal. To me, Crystal is like my childhood, you know? Oh, hold on now. I just got to bring up Nodi. You guys see that? That is freaking Nodi, okay? You see that beautiful yeah, you see, instantly I know. Oh, yes! Look at this guy. See, this is some hype, okay? When Nodi the Notification Bellsprout comes on screen, you gotta take a moment to, you know, take notice. Get it? See what I did there? Nodi, notice. Take notice. Yes. And I'm trying to take this Nodi as we speak. But yeah, I am very excited to see what the new games are. I'll be totally cool if it's something totally different, you know, than you know, what is it? Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. I'll be totally cool, whatever. I'm really hoping it's good. I will give it a shot no matter what, pretty much. Because it's Pokemon and I've grown up with it and I've loved it. It's my favorite franchise. I'm recording this video right now because I love Pokemon so much. And I hope that you guys share in my love for this series, because it's one that I figure is going to be on the channel, you know, from now until however long, you know, Pokemon is still going on. Probably maybe even further, because who knows? You can run through Pokemon games multiple times, and I plan to. I'm going to run Pokemon into the ground. I'm going to be doing special runs and challenge runs and all that stuff. Let me know in the comments what kind of run you'd like to see me do. Or what particular generation or game you'd like to see me play, because I would love to play it. But yeah, and I have pretty much all of them, so just let me know in the comments. But yeah, I am super excited. Yeah, look at that. See, we're naming him Nodi as we speak. Oh god, the nostalgia. I love it. Nodi. You guys know, like, Nodi is a huge part of my channel. Even in non-Pokemon games, he is in my outro and forever in my heart. Nodi the Notification Bellsprout, you guys. He started as a Bellsprout, and he evolved into a Weeping Bell in Crystal. And, spoiler alert, he eventually evolves into a Victory Bell. Of course, you guys already probably figured that because I started saying, ring that notification Victory Bell at the end of all of my videos. That's why. Because Nodi was originally, I was going to name him Notification and be goofy and be like, oh, ring that notification Bellsprout, you know, like that. But I was just going to call him Notification, like Notification Bellsprout. You know, oh, that's funny. Notification Bell, Notification Bell. You know, YouTube's got this thing going on. But, you couldn't fit Notification, so I was like, Nodi. It was a cuter name anyway. It sounded way better. And that little thing, like, and then Nodi's ridiculous stunts that just were so freaking amazing that happened. I was like, this is my baby. Nodi. He's my baby. You know, he's the Pokemon. If I had a Pokemon mascot, it would be a Bellsprout. You know, or the Bellsprout line. Eventually, maybe we'll have something for that. But for now, you know. But yes, Nodi is forever in my heart and is in every one of my videos, I'm pretty sure, that I have made since I got that outro, you know, because I was in Crystal. I was just like, and it was just one of those things that just actually naturally just randomly started, like, randomly happened. It just sort of progressed into that, you know. I started saying what I said and it became my outro. And it was all because of Nodi. So, yeah. Nody hype. Hashtag Nody hype. Hashtag Bellsprout hype. Hashtag Bellsprout best sprout. I freaking love Bellsprout though. He like, oh, doop again. He has ingrained himself into my heart forever. Noti will forever be my favorite Noti. My favorite Bellsprout. He's not obviously like Bellsprout is not my favorite Pokemon, but it is like I'd say it's my second favorite. Like that line now. Like used to Bellsprout was like not even in my top 5, but because of Noti, he's gained rank. Okay, he's gained rank. My favorite Pokemon, as most of you guys probably know, or a lot of you, is Pangoro. Now, we are nearing the end of this episode. Just gonna let you guys know we're at the Safari Zone place, which means we're in like Fuchsia City or something. Wait, is it Fuchsia City? I don't remember. Read the sign, me. Read the sign. Pokemon Paradise Safari Zone. Okay, well we're at the Safari Zone, but I can't remember what place it's at. Is this Fuchsia City? Let me know in the comments. Oh my god, that Pokemon Center. I think it's, guys, remember that Pokemon Center, but in Crystal. When we get to Crystal, I think that's the place. I could be wrong.
There might be something special in there. Maybe.
Unless it's in this one, but I don't think it is. I think it's in Crystal. When we actually get to this same place, and we go into that same Pokemon Center. Okay, so what? Okay, I gotta keep an eye on that. We're all good. Ran into the wall. Okay, good. Yeah, it's this. I'm pretty sure it's this Pokemon Center. Oh man, so I've ranted on about like 3 things, guys. Mostly my audio stuff. I've ranted about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and I've ranted about Noti the Notification Bellsprout. Yep. Noti the Notification Bellsprout, you guys. All those things are great. Now we're gonna save. So, I guess you guys know where we go from here. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, consider subscribing. Don't forget to ring a notification for your bell if you do not. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later. Alright, looks like the audio recorded, you guys. Fingers crossed.